Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Savage Stevens Model 301 single shot 12 gauge. This is a lightweight budget utilitarian type gun based off of the New England Harrington Richardson single shot shotgun. If you're familiar with them, then you'll be very familiar with controls and the way that this gun is made. Of course, it's a break action single shot. It does in fact have an ejector rather than an extractor, just as the old model Harrington Richardsons and New Englands have. But what makes this gun a little bit different than the Harrington Richardsons and New Englands is the fact that this gun actually has screw-in chokes. It uses the wind chokes. It comes with a modified choke. So that's a pretty big advancement for a gun in this price range and this style of gun. Another characteristic that separates this from the old style New England Harrington Richardson single shots is this little button in the end of the forearm. This gun is actually capable of being taken down by pushing that button, whereas in the old models you had the screw here you would have to take out to take the gun apart. This one you simply push this button. With the gun locked in place, you push in on the forearm, pop it off, and the whole gun will break down into 3 parts. Makes it really handy for storage, really handy for transport. And then you simply put it back together. Slide the forearm in place. Lock it in like that. It does have a hammer, just as the old Harrington Richardsons, New Englands did. But something that's a little bit different with this compared to those is you do have transfer bar safety system, and you actually have a manual safety on the side. You can see red for fire, and covered for safe. Now this is only, as most safeties, able to be engaged when cocked. When on safe, if the gun is let off, you can see the hammer doesn't come anywhere near contacting the firing pin. This is a turn off to a lot of people that use the traditional style of single shot shotguns. Me personally, if I don't want to use it, I'll just leave it on fire. Some of the specs of this shotgun: it has got a 26-inch barrel. You got the traditional brass beam. The gun itself has a 13.8-inch length of pull. It does have a fairly soft rubber buttstock on it. It is 5.85 pounds. Using the Lyman trigger scale, we got an average on 3 pulls of 4 pounds, 6 ounces on the trigger. So a fairly acceptable trigger at just under 4.5 pounds for this type of gun, this type of price range, but really with any shotgun. The trigger itself is very crisp. There's no travel to it. Really impressed with the trigger on this. When you some of the reports I've heard of other single shot shotguns in this price range, the Hatfield, one such as that, I've heard bad reviews on the triggers. I don't know personally, I don't own one, but I've heard bad reviews on the triggers of those guns. But no complaints with this trigger on this gun. This gun is made in China. They do have this gun made in China by Sun City Manufacturing Company. The finish on this gun ain't anything to brag about. If you're familiar with the 870 Express Remington pump, the finishes that they put on those guns and some of the 11A7s, that it's a blue finish, but it's almost looks like it's Cerakoted. It's kind of a rougher blue. It's similar to that type of finish. I do see an advantage in this gun in the fact that it does have the ejector rather than the extractor. What I mean by that is when you break open this gun, the gun itself will actually eject the shell out rather than just pop it up enough where you can get to it. This piece here will actually shoot the shell over your shoulder, just as high dollar over-unders and the old Harrington Richardson New England style shotguns did before. To show you an example of what an extractor looks like, I've got a little Chiappa Little Badger. It's another fun little gun to take hunting. It actually has an extractor on it, so you can see when you shoot the shot, when you're ready to eject the used cartridge out, as you rotate the barrel down, it will only lift the bullet out, or the cartridge out, spent case. Whereas with an ejector, it will actually shoot over your shoulder. This gun, MSRP's for $181. I was actually able to get this one for $133.99 off of Grab-A-Gun. So if you're looking for an option to get into turkey hunting, squirrel hunting, any type of bird hunting, and you're on a budget, just don't think you'll ever be able to afford a higher end shotgun to be able to get into those things, this is a good option for you. Me personally, I like a lightweight gun in the heels. I have a 1187, but it's just a little heavy when I'm going squirrel hunting or going on hunts where I'm going to be walking a long ways. And at times, I like the challenge of the single shot. There's something about the lightweight single shot guns I like to take hunting. I've got a Ruger 1022, but I found myself last year taking this Chiappa Little Badger single shot 22 long rifle a lot of squirrel hunts. There's some little extra fun with that, and really helps you hone your marksman skills. But if you're interested in getting into hunting and looking for some options of some cheap, well-made, functional guns, this would be a good option for you. With the screw-in choke system, you have a wide variety of things you can do with this gun. You can shoot slugs with a cylinder bore, improved cylinder type choke. You could squirrel hunt, bird hunt with improved cylinder modified, or you could squirrel hunt with the full, turkey hunt with the extra full choke. With the wind choke system, you got a real wide range of options to use with this gun. But we'll try to get a few shots with it and let you know what we think about it after we shoot it. Stay tuned. I do expect this gun to recoil a little bit more than most other 12 gauges, just simply based off the weight. With the polymer stock and the reduced weight, still got some negatives when it comes to recoil with a 12 gauge. But I forgot to mention the actual overall length of this gun is 41 inches, which isn't too bad for a gun with a 26-inch barrel. We'll try to do another video soon, maybe do some patterning with it, show you out patterns of the modified choke, maybe try get a few other chokes, a full and an extra full. It did in fact come with a choke wrench, which is pretty handy. But if you didn't have a choke wrench, quarter works just as well. But we appreciate everybody watching. And if you like what you see in these videos and you want to see more videos like it, just hit like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.